Welcome to my podcast. To say that I am excited right now is like an understatement because what I feel right now is beyond ecstasy. I've wanted to have a podcast since like forever, but I wasn't able to make time. So the fact that I am seated here right now recording for you guys makes me feel like I am ticking off something very big and mighty off my to-do list. Welcome every one of y'all watching, listening, however you might be tuning in to the very first episode of the BC Balo podcast. Drum rolls. If you've listened to my short intro on Spotify, you already have a background idea of what my podcast is going to be about. But if you haven't, my podcast is quite basic and straightforward. If you want to tell me all those things that only the FBI should be able to get out of you, then this is the right place. Let me help you lift off the weight of that atrocity you've committed, because vulnerability has become very rare these days, and out of fear of being judged, people hardly let things out. So if you know you have what it takes to call me anonymously, to tell me things that you want your chest without the fear of being judged, then this is the right platform for you. All you have to do is pick up your phone, call me, and I'll always be here to entertain your stories. So before we delve into my very first caller on my very first episode, please like, share, subscribe, and follow me on all my social media platforms. It's going to mean a lot to me. It's really going to mean a lot to me, y'all. So please like, share, subscribe, and I really appreciate it. Gracias muchos. So let's get right into it. Hello, how you doing?
Hi, good morning, BC.
Good morning.
Okay, so I have something deep that I want to share with you.
All right, that's why I'm here.
This is a safe space.
Definitely.
But I'll just say regardless.
All right.
Okay, I've always have this feeling of wanting to be raped. I know it's a word, but like
raped?
Yes, it's something that happened to me. I think far back 2016, I was just 17 then, and since then I've been having this fantasy. Okay, so let me share the story with you so you understand where I'm coming from. So I've always been this girl that I've always been this, my eyes, I want to do this, I want to do that, like, I've always been a very spoiled child, like a bad girl kind of
wanting
thing,
to be out
very
there.
rebellious. Yes.
Okay.
So I got this virgin when I was 15. So when I was 17, I've had a lot of body count already. So I met this guy online. They want to see our boys and all that. So
when 15?
When I was 17,
okay.
I met him online, and it was like, we should chill, we should come out and chill. I didn't know that I'm going to spend the night over, so I took my overnight bag and I went to see him in a hotel. He just came back from SA. They know those Yahoo boys from SA can be. So I got to the hotel, wanted to lodge, and they said it was just one room, and it was with 4 other friends, so there were 5 people in number. So after much back and forth, I know that he came to meet me. He was like, oh, can they stay in the hotel room with us? I'm like, as long as they have where they can sleep, no problem. I was like, okay, no problem.
So you were like 5 in a room?
6 plus me.
Wow, okay.
Yes. No, okay, let me just finish so you understand.
Okay.
So it was just to sleep. I just sleep in the room. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I don't even have a problem with it because I grew up with so many siblings. We always sleep together on the bed and all that. So I and the guy slept at one corner of the bed. It was like a 7x6 bed, very huge. So the 2 other guys slept at the other corner of the bed. Then 2 people slept on the sofa. There's one sofa and there's a rug. So one person slept on the sofa, one person slept on the rug. So the guy was with now, started touching me. I was like, oh, this. I'm like, okay.
While they were there?
Yes, while they were there. In my head, I'm like, this is what I came for. Really, like. And again, I know that he's a big boy. He just came back from Mexico, so definitely might give me money.
Oh, he just came back from South Africa?
Yeah, so in my head, then I was little, and I just felt like, oh, because of money, do you understand? And exploring. So he he started touching me, and we started had sex while they were there. I think they were sleeping. The all lights were off, but like the table light, there was just this small little light from the table that was just okay. That brightening the room sharp, but not too bright. So we had sex and we slept. So around 2 a.m., he just woke up. Then he woke me up. It was like he just got a call now that his brother go EFCC caught his brother. The SARS, no, it was SARS then, caught his brother, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, so what are you going to do? It was like his brother too just came back, so his brother does not know much about Nigeria like that, so you need to leave and be back in the morning, early in the morning, blah blah blah, as soon as possible. I'm like, okay, you can go since it's your brother.
Wait,
then
he left you there with his
four
friends.
other guys.
Wow.
With his friends and there. So me now, I just felt like, okay, let me just sleep. Then the one beside me, the one closest to me, started moving closer to me, to the other side of the bed. I saw that it was moving close to me. I'm like, normal, boy and girl on the bed, they'll try to touch you now. You get, it's normal thing. So he came very, very close and started touching me and all. And
his
I'm
friend?
Like, I'm not interested. Yes, his friend. I'm like, I'm not interested. I'm not doing this. I'm like, girl, blah blah blah. It was like, how much you want collect? I'm like, then I saw his chain, his teeth. He did like this little gold teeth, gold chain. Do you understand? And I'm like, what if he gives me good money? But the thing is, I don't have courage to be able to say this is the amount I want. So I just said, you're just going to do me well, but it was like, no problem. But I was still hesitating that what if, do you understand? And the fact that I've slept with that his friend, that what if his friend like me and he found out that, oh, I slept with his friend, that is he going to. So I was still hesitating. So I'm like, I'm not even doing this anymore. But it wasn't like that. His body is standing already, or that he has to. I'm like, I'm not. Next thing is two other friends from the floor and the chair came to me. They held my hand, like in a very, it wasn't hard. Like at the beginning, it was not that, they didn't hold it too firm. So they just held me against the bed. I could still move. Do you understand? So I was trying to when I was trying to struggling, they announced like make it firm, like tight to the bed and calm down. So the other one, the one that was on the bed, so came. So they were now four together. I was started touching my breast when the two guys held my hand. Started touching my breast. You see, should I tell you the truth?
I'm listening.
I was enjoying it.
What?
I'm sorry, but like, I don't know how to explain it. When he started touching my breast, my pussy was like, that was the only time my pussy ever felt like that. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, to be very honest.
Are you for real? So like, my question is, did they feel like they actually assaulted you? Because what they did was straight up assault. But did they feel like they assaulted you? Did they feel like you gave your consent in between?
I actually did not give consent in between, because they held me throughout the whole thing. Like, one was touching my nipple, then touched my pussy, then I don't know if I can say pussy on this show. I don't know. I'm sorry. My clit, my private part. Then the other one started, entered. So it was just three guys that entered. The last person they entered, because it felt like I wasn't giving consent. He wasn't even that interested. He just had to do it because someone shouts. Because funny enough, they didn't even hold my mouth. Maybe if they know that I won't shout.
Do you feel like the guy you actually knew was in on it all along, and he left because based on their plan he had to leave first and make it look like he had somewhere to go, but in actual sense it was all predetermined and they all planned it from the onset? And
I think he knows that something like that can happen, but he knows that they won't force it, because when he came back in the morning, okay, when the whole thing happened, after the finish, I went to the toilet. I cried. I'm not going to lie. I cried because I was enjoying it, not because of what happened. I was like, I said to myself, like, maybe I'm a devil's child, enjoying, like, why would anybody even enjoy it? That's what I was crying for. Then the main guy, the one with the old gold teeth and all that, came to meet me and started persuading me and all that. Then showered for me, took me to the bed and all that, like, took care of me throughout the whole night. Then in the morning, when the guy came, I told him that, I didn't tell him what happened. I just told him that your friends had sex with me. It was like, oh, hope they shall give you money.
Can you just imagine?
So I just felt like, oh, me that came all the way down. He messaged me and I just came. So he just felt like, oh, call girl.
Wow.
Do you understand? Because at the end of the day, some of it is my fault. It's the way I placed myself. I'm not totally
never your fault.
myself.
It was never your fault. Do not blame yourself.
I'm not totally blaming myself, but at the end of the day, like, I came without, like, do you understand? And he was like, oh, did they give me money? And I'm like, no.
You would never have expected something like that to happen to you. So do not blame yourself. And also, the fact that you feel and you've been yearning to be raped or to be forced into having sex since that time, I feel like it's just your mind trying to block out the trauma, because your mind can't process something like that happening to you. So it's more convenient for you and your mind to see it as something you have to want, instead of something you have to feel like, oh my God, something like this just happened to me. It's disastrous. It's saddening. You understand? I feel like it's just your mind trying to help you live with it, because this is really sure.
He said something like my mind blocking out the trauma. But what if there are people that actually enjoy it? Because I noticed that if I want to have sex with somebody and the guy keeps begging me to want to have sex with me, the more he keeps begging me, let's say we're on the bed together and he's trying to touch me, trying to beg me, trying to persuade me, the more he keeps doing that, the more I get turned on, the more I get wet.
Okay. Yeah, that's what my platform is here for. Hopefully you see more people that can relate in the comment section.
Okay, please, I would really want to read more about it, because I've tried checking, I've tried reading about it, because
I want to ask you a question. Did you ever feel like you wanted to be forced into having sex prior to that incident happening to you?
No.
Yeah. Do you feel like that was what triggered it?
Yeah, I think it triggered it because my body liked it.
Okay. Do you feel like this might somehow affect you in future? Maybe when you get married, your husband can always force you into having sex.
Yeah, I think it will. That's why I'm trying to make sure I work on that. Let me know what is actually wrong. I've actually kept it in me. I'm like, let me just try to push out this part of my life aside and just be a normal person.
You're a normal person. You're 100% a normal person. Do not feel less of yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling in. Don't worry. You're going to get people that will advise you in my comment section, okay?
All right.
Thank you so much for calling in. I really appreciate it.
I don't know my voice.
Now, that's likely not to happen. All right, thank you so much. Oh my God, guys, that was a very, very mind-blowing story. I wouldn't have expected my first caller to come up with a very mind-blowing story like that. What do you guys feel? Please drop your comments below. Of you, please do like, share, subscribe, and follow me on all my social media platforms as displayed on your screen, in order not to miss out of your weekly dose of mind-blowing, interesting, intriguing, fascinating stories. Please do like and subscribe. I'm always gonna be here for you weekly. New episodes drop every Saturday, so please do not miss out. I love you all. Bye.